For more than 3 decades, the city of Wichita, Kansas lived with a quiet terror. The killer was methodical, patient, and cruel. And for years, no one knew his name. He called himself BTK, which stood for Bind, Torture, Kill. On January 15, 1974, police were called to a modest home on North Pershing Street. Inside, officers found a horrific scene. The Otero family had been brutally murdered. They had been bound with rope. Plastic bags had been placed over their heads. The crime scene showed no signs of forced entry. There was no robbery, no clear motive, no witnesses. Investigators were stunned. A mass murder in a quiet neighborhood made no sense, and then nothing. No arrests, no suspects. The case went cold. In 1977, 3 years after the Otero murders, local newspapers received a disturbing letter. The writer claimed responsibility for the killings. He mocked police for their failure. He described details only the killer could know. He signed the letter with a name no one had heard before: BTK. Soon after, another woman, Shirley Vian, was strangled in her home. Then Nancy Fox, who was murdered and later had her death coldly reported by BTK himself in a phone call to police. Each time, the killer taunted authorities with letters, poems, and clues. He didn't want to be caught, he wanted to be recognized. Then suddenly, in 1991, BTK stopped. No letters, no murders, no communication. People assumed he had died, been imprisoned for another crime, or moved away. Wichita slowly began to breathe again. New detectives inherited old files. Families waited for answers that never came. What no one knew was this: BTK was still there, living quietly, raising a family, working a regular job, a double life. Dennis Rader was everything the killer was not supposed to be. He was a church leader, a Boy Scout troop president, a married man with 2 children. Later, he worked as a city compliance officer, issuing fines to residents, ironically earning a reputation for being controlling and cruel. At night, he relived his crimes